computer because we don't trust the cloud. Does anyone know how to fix my video? I don't know why I can't see me. It's probably something with your computer. Go down bottom left. You can click like video preferences. Maybe it's not on your webcam or something like that. I'm not sure. Or go to the top to zoom.us.preferences. All right. Hello. Welcome to the first call. I just want to thank you all in advance for being patient with me last week. There's so much going on in my personal life right now, and I thought that was such a beautiful moment that happened for all of us, because it's giving everyone permission to be a full human, right? Like throughout this course, I'm going to teach you a lot of tools of how to really heal and love and be one with your emotions so that you can fully function and attract and receive and live the life that you desire to live with your emotional experiences. But sometimes that also will guide you to changing things in life that aren't the way your mind thought it would be. So yeah, I thought that was just a nice way to pop in a little lesson. So what we're going to do today is I want to start off with a quick little meditation to connect all of us. There might be some more people popping on. I know some people are working or abroad and can't make it live. And then we're going to go over what we're going to learn in this class and begin. Sound good? Cool. So before we do a little meditation, if you guys could just share with me in the chat how you're feeling. So good to see all of your faces. I have clients and friends, old mentors, old sorority sisters, new clients, kind of new friends, an old student from a long, long time ago. And then some people watching the replay are people that I've never worked with before. So got such a variety. And I really want to thank you all for being here and trusting me and connecting with me. I'm really excited for this journey for you. Ready to receive. Just hosted 2 back-to-back breathwork sessions myself. Nice. Feeling good, but a little tired. Work has been busy this week. Excuse me. So excited, and Jen, I had to open it in my settings. A little overstimulated, but joyful. Nice. Feeling good, ready to soak in all of this magic. Awesome. Okay. So we've got people in a bunch of different states, which is perfect. So let's go ahead and just do a really quick meditation to connect all of us. So go ahead and just close your eyes if you feel comfortable, or just look past your nose at something still. And just take a nice deep breath in through your nose, filling up your belly and chest, and then exhaling, sinking into your seat. Breathing in again. And on each inhale, I want you to imagine that you're calling all of your pieces and parts back to you. So maybe some pieces of you are stuck in the day earlier, or with some conversations you've had, or with family or friends, just almost like you're breathing in all of you into your body. And then as you exhale, just sinking a little bit deeper into your seat. Breathing in presence and exhaling ease, just allowing yourself to be fully here, open to receive for this next hour and a half or 2 hours. This is your time. And then just connecting to your heart. So it's almost like you're breathing all of your awareness, all of your focus and attention into your heart. And just noticing what that feels like, knowing that there's no right or wrong way. You might feel nothing, you might feel tension, you might feel like sparks of love. And whatever you're experiencing is perfect. And then just visualizing that you have this white light flowing in through your head and it's filling up your body. It's going down your throat and chest and arms, down your core, hips, legs, and feet. It's going into the earth. And then on an inhale, it comes back up all the way through your body and out into the sky. And then it happens again. It's just this steady cycle going down through your body, through your hips and legs and into the earth. And then back in through your legs, your body. And this time it really begins to fill up your heart. And you just visualize that you can send some of this energy to everyone on this call. So it's like you're sending light from your heart to the other humans' hearts. And then allowing yourself to receive that hello or that love or that energy. Just connecting all of our energies and now sending some love, just imagining that you're sending it to anyone watching the replay. Almost like you're saying hello with this invisible part of you. Beautiful. And just bringing your awareness back to your body. And whenever you're ready, opening your eyes and coming back to the room. How's everyone feeling? Good. Getting some head nods. Cool. Awesome. So before we begin, I just want to say again, thank you so much for being here. I receive intuition or downloads of ideas of courses that I really want to teach. And this particular course has been the strongest feeling I've ever felt. It felt like I have been putting together a puzzle through my mentors and my trainings and my own healing journey. And the puzzle isn't necessarily complete because I don't know if we're ever finished with the healing journey, but it feels so complete to a point that it's like I'm ready to package it and gift it to other people. More than any course I've done before. So it's really exciting to have so many of you on live, and we have 12 people total that joined us for this round. So that just feels really good. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'm excited for your guys' transformation. I want just to set the tone for the course. If everyone could stay on mute, that would be really beneficial. Stay open, stay engaged, and ask questions in the chat. If any questions arise, please pop it in the chat. If I don't see it at first, I will come back through and make sure I answer it. And just feel free to share anything in the chat. If you resonate with anything, if anything particularly is speaking to you, the more active and engaged you are, the more energy we can get flowing, and it will benefit the everyone in the whole course. Okay, does that sound good? Cool. So what we're gonna do, there's 6 weeks in this course, and each call will be between 90 and 120 minutes, so an hour and a half to 2 hours. And there's going to be a lesson in each course. I know I have the outline for you on in that email and on that membership site. We're going to stick to that outline so I make sure I cover everything, but within that container, we're going to flow. And that's really what manifestation is. It's setting the masculine energy container of what we desire to achieve and receive and what the outcome is, and then surrendering and flowing within that. So yeah, just be open to whatever comes. I didn't even like fully prep for this call until a couple hours ago because it really helps me get into the energy of it. So I'm excited. And we're also going to do embodiment practices on each call. So raise your hand if you're new to breath work. Is anyone new to breath work? Okay, cool. I've done breath work with most of you. So that's great. So we're still gonna kind of like ease into the breath work, I would say. We're gonna, so if you've ever done a meditative breath work session, it's where you lie down for about 20 minutes or more. And that's when you can really allow the breath to take over and heal a lot of these unconscious energies that might be holding you back in life. And we're going to dive into what that means in a little bit. But we're going to hold off on doing a meditative session for at least these next 2 weeks while I teach you some other embodiment practices that you can really use on the day to day to shift your energy and get into a state that you want to be in. Because I know not everyone wants to do meditative sessions every single day, right? Brielle? I've definitely been in that flow before, but it's a lot and it's not necessary. You really get to, my goal is to give you these different tools, have you practice them for a week on your own and with our support, so that it becomes wisdom within your body. And whenever you're going throughout your week, if you're noticing like you start to get into a state of anxiety or overwhelm or scarcity, you're like, oh, I can use that tool that I used that 1 week to help calm down my nervous system. That's really when knowledge becomes wisdom, is through embodiment practices, because it's like riding a bike. You never forget how to ride a bike, right? With these tools, you're going to be able to use them all the time. And if you guys have been following me on social media, you might have seen that I've been living in hotels for the past, for at least over 2 weeks. And I just found out that I'm going to be here for another week. And that's brought so many internal challenges. And it's been really cool to watch my system know what tools to go to so that I can still create that peace and that calm and that love without spiraling into depression or my old habits of emotional eating and overworking and oversleeping, which were all these like protection mechanisms that my body had because it didn't have these other tools to self-regulate. Does that make sense? Cool. Everyone does an I do. Do you do meditative every day? Is that what you're saying?
Most days, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I facilitate a lot. Like I have to cleanse my head.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up a PowerPoint that I created for you guys. I'm just like really digging the aesthetic of it. If you guys are into that kind of stuff. Hopefully I can still see. Let me just move this. Give me one sec. I'm trying to make sure I can still see. Could someone make a comment real fast so I can see your comment, hopefully? Okay, I can pull it up. There we go. Hello, Amy. Okay, there we go. And let's see if I can pull up your faces too. There we go. Okay, can you guys see the PowerPoint? Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin with Module 1's lesson. Now, this course is all about manifestation, right? And it's really about being able to get to that place where you can just literally breathe and receive. You can be in a state and in an energy of, I know what I want. I know I get to have it. I know I'm a vibrational match for it. Even if I'm feeling pain or sadness or stress or struggle, I still know that that is what I get to receive. So you get to breathe and receive. And through that, it's actually very healing to everyone around you as well, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So I wanted to start off this module, this course, talking about your desires. Like, what is it that you want? I know you all came here with some idea of what you want to shift and change in your life, whether it's within your relationship with others or with yourself, friendships, romantic partnerships, family, whether it's your purpose and your business, your income, fun and play, service and giving. How do you want to feel each day? So if you have a notebook, go ahead and just take a minute to jot down what your desires are. And then share with us in the chat too. Like, what do you desire? And I want you to allow yourself to dream here. I know it can feel really scary to write something down because it's like, what if it doesn't happen, right? So just allow yourself to dream here and play in like this land of anything's possible. And obviously you guys could write forever. So let's just take like a minute to brainstorm and then share in the chat so we can all hear what we're calling in. It's really, really powerful to share with others and to be seen in what you desire. And if you're watching the replay, you can share with us in the Facebook group what you desire to call in, so you can still share it with us. Celeste is calling in. She's claiming joy, happiness, balance, authenticity, and aligned relationships. Beautiful. And this is a great time to practice not comparing what you desire to other people's desires, and just allowing yourself to share what feels right to you. One of my main things would be the ability to have a strong sense of self without questioning myself or feeling unworthy. Yeah, it's huge. Health, ease, creative outlets, money, and joy. Awesome. I'm claiming 20 to 25-hour work weeks, making $15K each month. I'm claiming deep emotional and physical intimacy in my marriage. Yeah. Beautiful. I get easily stressed out, so I desire to live each day in flow and really tap into my intuition to guide me and let go of attachments with time. Love it. Yes. Guys, we're covering so much of this. It's like you guys knew. Was that everyone? Let's give it one more minute. And when you're, if you journal more on this later, get really clear on when you receive that thing, how is that thing going to make you feel? Because we're not really desiring things, right? Like being in this hotel, I'm not really desiring being in my home in San Diego. I am, but I'm desiring feeling the sensation of being at the beach, of like that expanded, freeing, like home feeling. It's that feeling that I'm desiring. I desire feeling love, light, free, playful, and grounded. Cool. I desire a successful business helping thousands of women a year, friendships and a partner that is aligned, self-love and care for myself, feeling flowy, expanded, joy, and embodied. Yes. It sparks so much joy in me just reading those, because that is your destiny. Feeling a desire for something is not the universe's way of telling you, like teasing you, like, in some shows or movies, there's like someone's like holding like food in front of someone running on a treadmill, and it's like teasing them so that they work harder. That's what I feel like society has taught us to like operate as. I was talking to my dad on the phone yesterday, and he was so stressed out. I could feel it. And I was like, "What's wrong?" And he was like, I wish I planned better in life, and that I saved more, and that I followed my dreams like what you do, because I have to work in this job for at least 10 more years. And I hate it. And I'm so stressed. And he was just going on in it. And, that's what people might have had to do back then, to when they didn't know the principles of energy and manifestation, or they didn't have as much access and like privilege to do what you're going to learn throughout this course. So I want you to know that when it comes to your beliefs and what you believe to be true and what you get to create in your life is up to you. You actually get to choose and create that. And I'm going to teach you how to embody it and feel it in your body so that you feel safe in that, and in going against the grain and going against the norm and throwing out the old paradigm and allowing your beingness to attract what you desire to you. And it's always going to feel like that exciting, expansive feeling. I had dreamed ever since I was a little girl of moving to California. And now it's like happening, but I'm stuck in this hotel because of an issue with my car. And I get like these pings of feelings of like, it's too good to be true. Like it's not happening. It's just too good. But I want you to know that it's actually not too good to be true. And whenever you receive the successful business, helping people, feeling flowy, expanded, joy, free, playful, grounded, being intuitively led, letting go of attachments, working less and making more, feeling intimacy in your relationships, more health, more ease, having a strong sense of self without questioning and feeling unworthy, feeling joy, happiness, balance, authenticity, aligned relationships. If you guys had all of that right now, how would everyone in your life change? I know when I'm feeling full and expanded and like I have more than enough and I'm not questioning myself and I'm feeling confident, that I can walk through the lobby and make like 10 people's day. And it's easy, it's natural, right? When we really look at the energetics behind what we're feeling within our body, I could just be resting here, not talking to anybody, and healing every person I've ever come into contact with, because that's how energy works. Is there's like this invisible, like invisible aura. It's almost like a circle around your body. And whenever you're feeling worthy and confident and healthy and joyful and trusting your body and your intuition and all of that, it expands and it's healing. It's so healing to the whole planet. We're like elevating the consciousness. So really it's a gift. By receiving what you want to receive, you're actually gifting everyone more just by being you. And it's not selfish at all. Does that make sense to you guys? Cool. I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's get back to the PowerPoint. Let's see. Wait, I already said that. Oh, I have to go like that. There we go. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is claim these desires as if it's already yours. Claim it as already yours. Become a vibrational match. And as you do that, you get to sit back and breathe and receive. And again, I'm going to teach you how to do this in your body. Some thoughts that you might be thinking when you have embodied claiming it as already yours, even though your physical reality doesn't look like it yet. You might be thinking, this is mine. I believe and know I get to have it. It's already here. Receiving this serves me and the rest of the world. I can send you guys these slides. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. So what gets in the way? Like that's actually really, really simple, right? I just feel it. I'm thinking, aligning thoughts. I'm feeling it in my body. And then I get to receive it. It literally works that fast. And you might have noticed this in your life. Sometimes with the bigger things, it might take a little more time for the universe to kind of organize everything for you. But that's how it works. It's universal law that is how you receive things. But what gets in the way? Well, first, our limiting beliefs, right? Like we weren't taught this growing up. So we have a lot of pre-programmed beliefs about ourselves and about manifestation and about what we get to have. Some might sound like, I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. It's too much. It's not possible. When I first started my online business, which was not this past February, but the February before, so about a year and a half ago, I remember telling my dad how much I was going to make that year. And he was like, oh, no way, honey. You're getting scammed. Like, that's impossible. It's going to take you at least 10 or 20 years to make that much. I think I wanted to make 10K a month. I didn't make it in the first year, but I am making that now. And it took me about a year and a month to start making that because I was working with energy. And what I had to do is really unprogram, like pull out that gunk from my mind and from my body of anything telling me I don't get to have it, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm too much, my voice is too like I don't like my voice. I used to really not like my voice. You know, all of those beliefs that were weighing me down. It's like, it almost feels in my body whenever I allow those kinds of thoughts to come in, it feels almost like I'm wearing one of those huge backpacks that you go hiking in, and you're like putting like a ton of bricks in. It's just like weighing me down and contracting my body. But you get to take that backpack off and set it down. So this week, I want you to practice becoming aware of the thoughts you think about yourself and about what's possible for you. That's really the first step. Your thoughts are energy. Your mind is a tool, and we can use it to send the signal out of what you want to receive. There's a really powerful book. It's called E Squared, and there's 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments inside where you just use your mind to attract things. And I've told this story a couple of times, and so you might have heard it before, but this one week I did all the experiments in the book. And if you've ever seen The Secret, they'll say like, you can just think you want a new cup of coffee and then it will come. And I was like, no way. It just feels way too like Harry Potter. But I tried it and it worked. I wrote in my journal that morning, I'm going to receive a free cup of coffee today. And I went and visited a friend who I had recently met, and she was working at a coffee shop, but I had completely forgotten about that. I wrote that in my journal that morning. So I bought a coffee, and I'm sitting there doing work, and then she comes and brings me a free coffee. So it wasn't until that night that I realized like, oh my gosh, it worked. And then I was like, let's see if it really works. So the next day I wrote, I'm going to receive more free coffee. And I had a friend who I offered breathwork for when I was living in Portland, and she came over and gave me a $50 coffee gift card. And I've never been gifted a gift card, nonetheless a coffee gift card. And in that same week, I manifested like a free bike, a date, like all of these like material things. And my whole purpose of telling you this is you can start to play with your thoughts and really expect to receive things throughout the day. And what we're going to do in this course is we're going to take it a layer lower, right? Because after that week, I don't really actively practice getting free things. I think that's just because I don't really care that much. It doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't bring me like love and joy and peace. It was cool and fun. Sometimes I kind of wish I was more like active in that, because I think I could really play with it. But we really want to take it a layer lower and start filling up on beliefs about who you are as a person. You know, what parts of you have you rejected that you were told weren't good enough? And how can we, instead of rejecting that part more and more, like grab that part and bring them in? This is like similar to inner child work. If you've ever done inner child work, it's like these old versions of ourselves that we don't think are going to give us love and connection and fulfillment or success. So we push them away. But what happens when a baby is crying and screaming and shouting, and you're like, fuck you, I'm not going to pay attention to you? Like, the baby cries and screams and shouts more, right? And that's the same thing with these parts inside of us. So I want you to know that you are a uniquely perfect being the way you are, like with your flaws and all. Flaws are just parts of us, I think, that we've rejected as not good enough. Like how I rejected my voice growing up. I hated to hear my voice on recording. I think a lot of people do, because it doesn't sound like how they think it will sound. And I would get that reflection back. People would mock my voice, and then obviously that made me dislike it more, right? But the more I've been on video and stuff, I'm kind of like, oh, I like dig my voice. Like, I like hearing it now. And it's not in a conceited way. It's in a very like self-loving way. And now at least 2 or 3 times a week, people will tell me, Alicia, you have such a healing voice. Like, I love listening to it. I just get a lot of compliments on my voice. And you can see right there, that's such a perfect example of how my belief around my voice was actually manifesting me receiving that reflection back. I was only open to people who didn't like it, right? I bet even if someone told me they did like it, I just completely rejected it because I didn't believe it, right? And now if someone were to tell me they don't like it, I'll just be like, okay, that's cool. Like, do you? That's a little example, but we want to do this with all of the parts of you, okay? You guys still following? Cool. So if there's any parts that come up about who you are, feel free to jot them down if you think of them, or share them in the chat. This will be part of your journaling practice for this week, is to get clear on this. And this is not just about like physical things, but internal parts of you too. Like, let me think of another example. Like, there's always been like this part of me that believed that I was too much. Like, when I was fully myself, I was too loud, I was too chaotic, I was too like playful and goofy. And that's because when I was young, I was like made fun of a lot. But I want you to know that hurt people. So oftentimes we'll be mocked as kids because it's all about the other person trying to get some sort of need met or trying to feel better about themselves. It actually has nothing to do with you. So you're actually never too much for anyone. You're only too much for yourself. And whenever you can love those too much pieces, it doesn't matter as much, okay? So limiting beliefs, we want to start shifting and evolving and changing them and becoming really conscious of them. This is such a self-loving practice, and we'll dive a lot more into that in upcoming weeks. What else is getting in the way? Disconnection from the wisdom of your body. Your body is so wise. And there's a lot of manifestation teachers who teach, think your way there. Like, they're all living up here in the mind. And what I was talking about earlier about how society teaches us to hustle and force and, work at a job even if we hate it, all of that, that's very mental. It's very mental. But your body is where you receive intuition and intuitive downloads. It's where you receive pleasure and joy and peace and safety. It's all in the body. So whenever we're really going to work on connecting with your body and using your mind and your body together. And this will make more sense in a little bit, so that you can receive intuitive downloads, guidance, and direction. And the third part is a lack of safety within. So a large majority of our nervous systems are in a constant state of fight or flight, which is the stress mode. The stress mode, so what you're feeling in your body is going to spark thoughts in your mind, and vice versa. So what a lot of manifestation teachers do are try and change their thoughts to change how they feel in the body. But what I've found in the past 2 years is that actually is less effective than if we start with the body first, because we can't think our way out of fight or flight. We want to use the breath and other embodiment practices to feel safe within the body. And from there, all of our thoughts change, our feelings change. We're dropped into a state where we can actually heal and change some of the subconscious programming, okay? Who here feels, go ahead and drop me in the chat if you feel like you go into a state of stress or fear or overwhelm throughout the week. Maybe at least once a day. I know I do. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, it's so common. Yeah, we all get triggered for sure. So I'm going to teach you how to feel that safety within your body. This is also going to really support healing and healing self-sabotaging behaviors. Earlier, I talked about how I was grateful that, being in the hotel for a couple weeks and having these experiences. If you can't see me on video, I'm doing like an ocean wave with my hand, but having like these waves of challenges arise in my life and in my body. I'm grateful for the embodiment practices, because in the past, I know for a fact, if this was a couple years ago, I'd be binge eating, I'd be oversleeping, I'd be overworking, I'd be going to all of these patterns and behaviors that was actually my way of soothing my nervous system. So if you're engaging in any patterns and behaviors that you don't like, I invite you to look at it a little bit differently and ask yourself, how is this actually my body deeply loving me and trying to protect me? Because that's what I know for a fact my body was trying to do. It was trying to protect me because I was in such a state of overwhelm and fear and scarcity. And we're going to start to replace those patterns with the safety tools. And as you commit to those, it's going to shift a lot in your life. It'll be really beautiful. So what's getting in the way? Ultimately, you. But this is not something to shame yourself about or beat yourself up for, because, I just got distracted realizing I didn't put a title on this, but that's okay. This is actually really, really, really empowering to take full ownership of your life. That's the spark of creation. That's the spark of change and of healing, is knowing, throughout my entire day, I'm so aware of energetics. And if something's not going how I like, instead of blaming the person or the situation, I will come within and ask myself, how can I shift my thoughts, my beliefs, and my energy so that this situation can unfold with ease and flow and grace? It's really, really empowering when you take personal responsibility and accountability and leadership. Question. Recently, I have had the experience where I have been in a happy and positive mood, but the people around me have been grumpy and unhappy, and they have said mean or critical things to me. I noticed that these comments didn't change the way I thought about myself, but the interactions stung and stuck with me for a while. Any thoughts about how this may play into limiting beliefs or energy? Yeah. Let me read it one more time. Just make sure I got everything. Well, first of all, I want to celebrate you that them being grumpy and unhappy and mean and critical, you were still able to like rest in who you are and your sense of self-worth, because that's not easy. So that's beautiful. That's something to really, really celebrate. The interaction stung and stuck with me for a while. So I would ask you to reflect on if there's maybe not your fully conscious adult self was affected by that as much, but there might be this younger inner child piece or part of you that longs for their love, approval, their connection. Does that resonate? Yeah. So I wouldn't say that this plays into your limiting beliefs or energy. What's going to happen as you go throughout this journey is and this slide is all about that, your personality is going to change. When we're changing our life, our relationship to ourselves and what we attract, we are changing who we are. And that is going to trigger people because they might be seeing something in you that they are rejecting within themselves. They might be like feeling jealous, yeah. And everyone has their own defense mechanisms and protections, like being grumpy and unhappy, maybe trying to drag you back down to where they're at, because there's such a connection in like being like stuck and complaining together, right? So you might find that it's time to attract in new aligning friendships, which you found, which is what you found in me. the Celeste who asked this question, we connected right before I moved because we were both looking for more in-person friendships. Yeah. So yeah, finding or claiming new relationships to come in. And then again, like giving love to that part of you that is upset. This is actually, Brielle said, so relate to everything you're saying right now. Yeah, and like family members, like we might not want to throw them out of our life, but setting boundaries is great. I'm actually experiencing this in my life right now as well with one person, and it hurts, you know, although it might not change your sense of who you are. It can still be hurtful because you care about that person and you want them to be where you are. You're like, come on, like come up here with me and we can like play and have fun. But it's not our job to change anyone. You just get to be the light and be the light and be the light and be the light. And they will see that. And maybe one day they'll be like, hey, teach me your ways, or, you know, maybe they'll shift so that you can have more of like the connection you want. I have had my mother and BFF through my healing back at me. Throw my healing back at me. But my silence and confidence helped us work through it. Yeah. I've had that happen too. It's going to happen. Or I'm not saying it's going to happen. It might happen. And there's so many lessons to be learned in that, and so much deepening of your self-love in that. Like when this experience happened with my friend recently, it hurt so bad. It made me feel like back in middle school whenever I'm like texting a boy who I want to like me and he's not responding, but I know he has his phone on me. Like that's what I felt. I haven't felt that in so long. It made me feel like a child again. And I was talking to a girlfriend and she was like, what does your inner child need? Like, what does she need from you right now? What love does she need from you? And then is like worrying about it and like worrying about what they're thinking worth your energy? So those are a couple of things to reflect on. And just know that people come in for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. It's not easy, but it's part of the journey. And you're always going to be attracting people to you that are going to feel more like whole. I know with family though, it's like, Okay. Dr. Joe Dispenza, this is my boy. He doesn't know that, but he's my online pal that I like to learn from. He is very science-based in how what you're vibrating, you are attracting to you. So he has this quote: your personality creates your personal reality. A new state of being creates a new personality. a new personality creates a new personal reality. Okay. So we just kind of talked a little bit about how your personality is going to shift throughout this process. And that's beautiful. That's actually what you're essentially asking for, because you want to feel new feelings and think new thoughts and change the way you be and act, which is going to change the personality you have. And a new state is changing the way your body is feeling. That will begin to change your personality, and then that will change your personal reality. So we're going to practice, embodying this quote in this course. So here are 4 of the main things we're going to do. I'm going to go over it pretty quickly because we kind of already talked about it, but we're going to create safety within the body. That's what we're going to really dive into next week, so that we can anchor in your new reality. I know sometimes when when we say we want to receive something, our body actually might not feel that way too. Has anyone ever experienced that? Like, it's like, I want this new partner who really sees me and maybe think they're sexy and that they are successful. And it's like, yeah, I want that, I want that, I want that. But if they were to come to you right now and tell you they love you and they want to be with you, what would your system feel? Like, would your system feel safe, or would it feel like anxious and scared, right? If someone handed you $10,000, $50,000, whatever it is, how would your system feel? If you were to pop up on the stage that you dream to be on, how would your system feel? We want to really anchor in safety within your body so that you can anchor into your new reality and hold the waves of emotion that are going to come with naturally being a human, especially being in a female body. We're also going to change your state and body's transmission through dance, breath work, priming, opening your heart, movement, massage, stillness, all of that good stuff. We're going to think better thoughts, so self-love, compassion, gratitude, believing in yourself, becoming your own cheerleader, your own best friend. And then surrender and open to receive. This will be towards the end, really allowing the love, the money, the opportunities, and synchronicities to flow in as you surrender and you're just being you. It feels really magical when all of that is flowing. Here's a quote. I'm not sure if this is my quote or someone else's quote. I typed it a long time ago, but anyway, it's about the law of attraction. So alignment is key to manifestation. Alignment is when our beliefs, thoughts, and feelings align with the vision of our desired future. When we are in alignment, we will without a doubt manifest our desires. It's a proven law. And I just love to come back to this quote because it's true. It's science. And you can check out more of Joe Dispenza's work if you really want to understand the science behind that, if that's helpful for you. But it's true. And when we are in alignment, we will receive our desires. Just like I received that coffee cup, and just like I'm receiving this home on the beach in San Diego, and just like I'll receive the love of my life and the $20,000 months and more and all of that. It's proven law. Just sometimes there's like this invisible puppeteer working behind the scenes, and it can take a little bit longer than your mind would like. So it's important in those times when it's not showing up to continue to believe and do your practices. Okay, so your body is a transmitter. So you get to transmit whatever you want to receive. So all day long, I'm always coming back to my body as a transmitter. What do I want to transmit in this moment? 95% of your patterns, your beliefs, and your personality are beyond your conscious awareness. That means we can't really think of them right now. You can use like subconscious or unconscious. I have to go to family dinner. Oh, bye. Oh no, I cut that off for my sister's birthday. I hate to leave you guys with a space already in the beautiful words. Aw, I think she already left, but bye, Vicky. So your body stores a lot of your subconscious mind. It's not just in your brain. And this is trauma, limiting beliefs, patterns of the past, defense mechanisms, knowingness. I think of knowingness that is beyond beliefs. Beliefs are thoughts you think over and over again and you begin to believe them to be true. Knowingness is like, what do you know with every single cell in your body? Like I know that I will always have a roof over my head. That's easy. Even if things arise, like I will always have a roof over my head. With your manifestation practice, you might have a knowingness that it doesn't work for you, right? Like maybe you've practiced things before and you just are collecting all of this evidence that it's not working for you. It's not working, it's not working, it's not working. So then your whole body begins to believe, I know that this will not work for me. Now, that's likely not you because you're in this space, yeah. But my intention of explaining this is so that you know that you get to start collecting data for what you want to believe to be true. And you're going to be doing that throughout this course. And, you know, a couple of years ago, the idea of using my mind and my body to attract fulfilling friendships and relationships and clients and income would have been like, what the hell? That's why I don't know. But now it's like this visceral knowing that's so ingrained in my body, and that makes everything so much easier because it just happens. You create, attract, and receive what you are transmitting. So we're really taking it beyond the mind, as in like the thoughts in the brain, and we're really coming into the body. We can manipulate the way our body is being to transmit what we want to receive. And this can happen like really fast. It's a fast state change. So I'm curious, what are you transmitting most of the time? Maybe share in the chat what you are transmitting when, for any of these, when you're at work, home, around friends, dating or with your lover, when you're alone with yourself. I really enjoyed picking out these photos because can you guys feel like what they're transmitting? Yeah, like I feel like with the first person at the top, she's like really happy and playful and open. The second one, you know, looks sad and closed off. And the third one looks almost like she's laughing at her partner on the inside and is like ashamed. Yeah. Yeah. So right now, Celeste is transmitting love, happiness, humor, fun. I like to think of, I'm going to give you some examples of what you can transmit, but to keep it really, really, really simple, I like to ask myself, am I open or am I closed? Aligned self, safety and joy. No aligned, am I enough? Yeah, Amy, I love that you brought that up because you're aware of what you're transmitting when you're aligned. That's the true you. It's when you're aligned, and when you're not aligned, you know what you're transmitting. So this week, your homework is going to be to become aware of what am I transmitting when I'm feeling aligned, and what am I transmitting when I'm feeling not aligned or contracted. And yeah, and then you're going to use your embodiment practices to change your state, the state of your body, to transmit what you want to transmit. It's so good. Every single thing in the universe is responding to your energy and the state you are holding within your body. Change your state through your body, change your thoughts, feelings, etc. So what I was saying is, as you change the state in your body, you're changing your thoughts, your feelings. You're also changing the way people respond to you. This happened to me last week. I'll just give a quick example. I have so many examples of this hotel. Oh, it's 3:33 where I live. But I had, what happened? Hold on one second. Let me bring myself back there. So I think that morning I found out something that really annoyed me. I think I found out that I was staying a little longer or something like that. But I just felt very contracted. And not just contracted, but my head was down, my shoulders were down, and I wanted to avoid people. Like whenever I walked into the lobby, I didn't want to talk to anyone. I was avoiding eye contact. If someone talked to me, I felt almost like shy and like closed off. It reminded me of how that used to be my natural state. I thought I was introverted, but really I was just transmitting like contraction and lack of confidence and insecurity and am I enough and am I supported and all these things that were going through me. So I became aware of that state, and I went in my hotel room and I did my breath work. I did a little dancing, and I just looked at myself in the mirror with my hands on my body, and I gave myself a pep talk. And then my shoulders came back. It felt like, it feels like this to me, like my shoulders come back, my jaw drops, my throat kind of opens, and I almost feel like a relaxing in my heart and like a filling in my belly, like with energy. It almost feels to me like a river of energy coming down my body. Excuse me. The more you do energy work, the more you'll be able to actually feel the energy flow in your body. And I was just like, like I can smile and it's genuine. And I actually want to connect with people now. And then later on in that day, I went down to the lobby again, and I felt back to my authentic self, or my most aligned self, or my aligned self. You can use those interchangeably. And I was no longer avoiding eye contact, and people were smiling at me and wanting to engage with me. So do you guys see how by changing my state, I was changing how people responded and how I responded and all of that? Yeah, it's awesome. It's so cool. So even if you're like noticing momentum in the direction that you don't desire, you get to change your state and change the momentum. So what if your transmission was that your desire is already here? I am sexy, surrendered, trusting, and confident. Maybe you want to transmit that. I am supported and have more than enough. I am powerful. I am open to receive. I am playful and funny. I am centered and peaceful. So let's just do a quick practice for that together. Because I want you guys to feel in your body what this is like. So go ahead and, sorry to make you get up. Are you falling asleep on me? Just kidding. I lay down like that too sometimes when I'm on a call. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes if you're comfortable with doing so, and tap into the feeling of I am not enough. I don't have enough. I'm not good enough. Maybe you're questioning your sense of self, just allowing yourself to go there, allowing yourself to feel that. And exaggerate how your body would be. Like maybe your head goes down, maybe your shoulders come in, maybe you like scrunch your face and like feel a tightness in your belly. Maybe your hands squeeze. Maybe you're like angry or anxious in your hands, and just allowing yourself to really embody that feeling of I am not enough. And then taking a nice deep breath. Breathing out. And now we're going to embody openness. Openness. So I am enough and I'm open to receive. So maybe you sit up nice and tall. Maybe your shoulders come back. Maybe your head kind of tilts up and your jaw relaxes. Maybe you sink in your seat a little more, like feeling safe and grounded in who you are. Maybe you even smile and stretch your arms nice and wide. And just breathing into this pose. We're going to breathe into this pose for just about a minute. A nice deep breath. And as you hold this pose, knowing that you can smile, you can move, and I'm just going to speak and spark your imagination as you're in this pose, keeping that breath nice and deep. You're feeling a strong sense of self. You're feeling like you can do anything in the world and that you are so loved. Everywhere you go, it's like you're glowing and you're walking with confidence and you're turning heads. And it's like you have this glowing shield around you. So you're not worried about what people think or about any of their energy. You just feel so open and safe and comfortable in who you are. Maybe you're going to your dream job or your dream partner and you begin to smile because it just feels good knowing that you are open and that you are enough just as you are right here, right now. Really allowing yourself to smile, even if you have to force the smile. You have 80 muscles in your face, so smiling is a state change. Maybe you even relax your throat a little more, your shoulders a little more. You feel the energy going down, filling up your belly and your hips, relaxing your pelvis, just feeling safe and being just who you are right here, right now. You're seen and you're loved and you're worthy. All right. Go ahead and open your eyes and then share with me in the chat what you noticed. If you noticed a state change, how it made you feel. There's no right or wrong answer. Lighter, peaceful. Feeling more expansive, less contracted. Definitely a state change. I felt energy flow out of me once we changed to enough person. Cool. Yeah, so I found myself not wanting to go into the not enough. Yeah. Yeah. I practice this pretty often, and I find that I have fear in that as well sometimes. Like, it's almost like I know say I'm feeling frustrated and I want to change my state. I'll feel a fear of really embracing the frustration because it's like, I don't want to create more of that. What if I manifest more of that? But that's actually denying and suppressing and keeping the energy within. You get to be feeling that and still good enough and worthy and receiving. And that's something we're gonna, the fear pops up with you too. That's something we're going to learn about more. I think in next week with safety is when it comes to manifestation, if you've learned before, you're learning right now, there's teachers out there who teach think a better feeling thought and feel good and feel good and feel good. Even that emotional vibration scale that I use sometimes, it's like, oh, well, I just want to feel peace and love and joy. Because if I'm down there, I'm going to manifest more of that fear and shame and guilt and frustration, right? But that's actually not true. That's not true. You get to feel the full range of emotions and still anchor in that truth that you still get to be the powerful leader you want to be or the beautiful friend you want to be. Because when we're denying, so if I was feeling that sensation of frustration and I allowed my fear to not let me fully feel it and express it, then I would just be keeping it in and like running from the emotion within me. So when we are integral, that is high vibrating. When we are allowing ourselves to feel that emotion fully or be with it fully, that is magnetic, that is high vibrating, and allows the emotion to flow through us. I heard this great example a couple of weeks ago about the same topic, about how some people develop a fear of manifesting more painful feelings so they don't want to feel it. And the example was, what was it? They were talking about everything going on in 2020, COVID, the heightened push for the Black Lives Matter movement, and the everything coming to surface. It's challenging for every human on the planet right now in one way or another, for the most part. And she was talking about powerful people and how, like, when it comes to business, like CEOs of $1 million or $1 billion businesses, do you think that they don't feel frustration, anger, sadness, or pain? They do. They're a human being. They feel the full range of emotions. The only difference between them and people who, and I'm not saying this is you, I'm using it as an example, people who let the feeling of fear, sadness, frustration, or pain change what they're worthy of receiving, is that they don't believe that. They know that they get to be who they want to be in the relationship, in the career, in the income, in all of that, and still feel whatever it is, because that doesn't dictate what they're worthy of receiving. Does that make sense? I feel like that wasn't super, super clear. Oh, good. It was clear. Heck yes. Yes, I'm afraid to attract the negative. Yeah. I'll make sure we really, really dive into that next week. That also comes with feeling safety in the body. It's also changing the story in the head. I had to change some of my stories in my head of, well, if I feel those lower vibrating emotions, then I'm going to attract more of that. That's not true. It's only true if we believe it to be true. And it's not sustainable, because if we're always only wanting to feel good, but we're human beings who feel the full range of emotions, then the moment we feel that emotion, if we believe that we're going to lose what we're manifesting, then we will. It's not sustainable. So we get to change that story and know that you get to have it, you get to keep it. You guys know I've been going through a little emotional roller coaster, and I was still able to create this space, right? Because it doesn't matter. Okay. Does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions about that? Let me know. Like I said before, we'll dive more into that. I want to make sure we get through everything. Cool. Okay, so back to the transmission. You get to anchor in these different poses and embodiment practices that you're going to be doing to how you want to feel. So like if I'm feeling like I'm not good enough or that I'm not going to receive, what I'm calling in, I'll breathe in and I'll do that, and I'll open my heart, I'll open my throat and my body a couple of times, and I'll just sit in that, and that just changes my state like that, because I've anchored that feeling in with how I want to feel. That sensation, I'm sorry. What am I trying to say? That movement, there we go. That movement and that embodiment practice with how I want to feel. And in doing that, I don't need to convince myself or spiral in thought, because it just changed my state. So it changed what I was thinking and feeling. It's so good. So you get to play around with this week. I want to bring it back to, though, to kind of wrap up that your desires are your destiny. Who in your life would this help heal and bring light and love to, just by being in the transmission of having what it is that you desire? So if you were feeling right now that you were worthy and loved and safe and seen and more than enough, and that you had the students and the clients and the money and the health and the enoughness, if you were feeling that in your body now, and it's okay if you're not, but if you were, even if your reality didn't match up yet, who in your life do you think this would bring light to? Everyone, my husband, family, friends. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, everyone. People you don't even see. And that's one reason why I really, really believe that your desires are your destiny. Your destiny is not to wake up, stress, struggle, and then die. Dark, but true. As you receive, you overflow as a vessel of light and love to the world. And it's one of the greatest gifts you can give, is how I feel this in my body, and how I imagine it is like I'm receiving all that I want to feel. And I'm also receiving the money, the clients, the support, the love, the friendships, the relationships, the health. So the physical things as well. It's almost like my body is empty and it's filling me up. It's coming up, up, up into my heart. And then my heart's so full, it's like, whoa, I get to overflow to everyone just by being me, by allowing myself to receive and be full, and knowing that I'm worthy of that. And that's how we work 15-hour weeks and make a lot of money, and teach people to do the same if that's what you feel called to. It's definitely what I feel called to, and what I'm so grateful that I'm doing. Isn't this picture of the ocean just so beautiful? It went so well with the colors. So we really want to live backwards and enjoy the journey as much as the destination. Allow your feelings to guide you. This is how you receive with ease and flow and feel fulfilled in life, no matter what arises. And we're going to practice this throughout the course. I know I've said that like 3,000 times, but it's true. And I just want to make one more note of a strong intention that I'm bringing through in this this class that I know Jen, it was one of Jen's goals, is like flowing and surrendering and allowing your intuition to guide you. We have a whole week on that. Because your desire is your destiny. Yes. So say you have like this picture of what you want and you're calling it in, but your mind is going to try and think its way there. But I'm just going to tell you now that your mind's not going to be able to figure it out, and it's not going to look how you think it's going to look, but it gets to be better. I like to think of this as like, I have this desire and I know I get to have it and I feel it in my body, but my mind can only think of what it would look like through like the things I can see in this room that I'm in, right? So whether it's a partner or a career or whatever it may be, I can only think as much as I've seen in my lifetime or seen someone else do. But I can't tell you how many times I've received something and it was a little different than what I was thinking, but it was so much better than what I imagined wanting. Whenever we're working with energy, we're allowing ourselves to be supported by something bigger, by this huge, infinite energy that we can't see, but you can feel it. That's why you have that desire. It's that emotion pulling you to it. That's how you know that you get to have it, is because you can feel where you're being led through what excites you, through what brings you enthusiasm. But we're going to practice on releasing the mind to try and figure out the how. The how is the one thing you don't need to figure out. You're going to be guided, because there's like, if everything in this room is what you can think of, you have the entire mountains and forests and shops and restaurants and all of those different things working to orchestrate this desire for you in a way that makes you feel really, really whole and complete and can overflow. Cool? It's so magical and fun. I like really love the surprise. Well, maybe I get to change that a little bit, because the universe is really surprising me these past couple of weeks. Okay, so we're going to do like breathing priming exercise, but before we do that, I want to tell you about your homework for this week, your daily embodiment work, I like to call it, as of today. Devote yourself to this work. So I like to think of it as working really hard at letting life be easy. Like working really hard at aligning my energy so that everything gets to flow. And practice for a minimum. And by this work, I mean like this working on you because you feel called to it. For a minimum of 20 minutes each morning, do the journaling and embodiment practice. So that will be in your login in the portal online. I'm also going to add you to the Facebook group. Go ahead and hop in there and share anything coming up for you, any questions you have. The more you share, the more energy you bring to your reality. And please know that this is a space where you're not going to be judged or ridiculed or ashamed. This is maybe the one space where you can really, really, really be your full self. Like everyone who has joined this course is very aligned, and we all want very similar things. And one of that is to be loved and accepted and like free to express ourselves. So practice that in this space, please. I'm also going to send you guys a Kinergy class. Has anyone done Kinergy before? Yeah, Amy, I saw that hand wave. Kinergy is incredible. It is it's like a workout dance class. It's only about 15 minutes long, the one that I'm going to send you. But what I love about it is it works with the elements. So like it will help you ground your energy and feel safe. It will help you move energy throughout your body and really bring the vision into your body as you're dancing. It's by Julianne Hough. Love her. And it's just really, really cool. It uses all the elements I like to use. So I would love for you to practice that at least once. And if you feel called to it, more often. I do it at least a couple times a week. I'm obsessed with it. It's really helpful for like emotional release and pulling the vision into my body and really anchoring into that. Oh yeah. And if you like it, you can find more classes for free by downloading the Fit On app. Yeah. I forgot about that. Fit On app. I have actually been using that app while I've been here. I don't have my sneakers. So I've been using that app. It's really cool. There's so many different kinds of workouts on there. I wrote something else that I wanted to add in. Oh, we'll do that at the end. And I am holding space for 20 beautiful souls to be in this space. So we have 12 right now. So if you have any friends or family members or just people that you think might feel called to this work, then go ahead and send them my way and we can get them in if they want to join, okay? I have space for eight more people. Okay, that was it. So do you guys want to do a practice with me before we wrap up? Let me stop sharing. Brielle's like, this is what I came for. Did you?
Are we doing a full breath work, Alicia?
We're not going to do a full meditative breath work. We're going to do like a integrative pattern that you can use throughout the week.
Okay.
Does that sound
good? I
good?
was going to check on my 9-year-old and make sure he didn't bother me for too long.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, not this week. Uh-oh. Okay, so go ahead and does anyone need a bathroom break? Or is everyone good? Everyone's good? Okay. Caitlin, was that a totally for the bathroom break? Okay, for breathing. I'm going to pull up my music. Go ahead and maybe just for right now, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Or just look down past your nose and allow yourself to breathe nice and deep. Again, just a nice continual conscious breath pattern. And embodying that open state again. And just visualizing a white light coming down and filling you and like anchoring you deeper into your seat and deeper into the earth. We just talked about a lot. So just allowing everything that came through that resonated with you, that inspired you or felt good for you, to just fill you up, like allowing yourself to really breathe that in. Maybe with each inhale, you feel more light flowing in. Allowing yourself to sink deeper into your seat. Really connecting to your heart in this moment. We talked a lot about who you are, who you get to be. So just connecting to your heart, breathing into your heart, nice and deep breaths. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up the energy. So what we're gonna do is, it's like called a priming exercise. Tony Robbins does a lot of this, and we're going to breathe in and out of your nose nice and fast. A nice deep inhale and exhale. As you exhale, you snap your belly in. We're gonna do 30 of those. And we're also gonna use your arms to kind of move energy in your body. So it's gonna look like this. Okay? And you can keep your eyes closed if that feels good for you. We're gonna do 30 of those. You don't need to count. The arms is gonna help move energy in your body and give your mind something to do. So whenever you're ready, we'll begin. Just resting your hands down on your lap, palms facing up. Just feeling how your body feels. And we're going to repeat that again, breathing in and out of the nose 30 times. Placing your hands down on your lap, palms facing up. Dropping it into your body, feeling how your body feels. Maybe you feel an openness in your heart. Maybe you feel some tingles or some relaxation. Bringing a smile to your face again, even if you have to force it, just allowing yourself to smile. Giving yourself so much right now, so much love by doing this for yourself. We're gonna do that breath pattern one more time, 30 times. Feeling your body one more time. Allowing yourself to breathe in and sigh. Allowing yourself to take up space and make some noise in this moment. That continuous conscious breath again, just a casual, nice, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. we're going to bring in that light again, bringing that light in through your head, filling up your body, going down in through the earth, grounding you into the earth, anchoring this new reality into the earth, and then coming back up, filling you up with safety and peace, going back through your head and out to the sky. And it comes back down, cleansing your body, strengthening your creativity, your love, your compassion, your care, your abundance, your service. Anchoring into the earth, coming back up your body, going out of your head, back up to the universe. Steady flow of energy. That just your imagination is perfect for this. Your imagination and your breath. One more time, coming down through your body, and this light is strengthening every quality and part of you that you want to heighten: your creativity, your love, your care, your self-love and compassion, and goes into the earth, anchoring you into the earth, feeling your feet fully, and then it comes back up. This time it just really fills up your heart. Maybe you stretch your arms nice and wide, move a little, just doing what feels right in your body, just your own body, listening to the wisdom of your body. And what we're going to do is we're going to overflow this love to the people you care about. So imagining that this light, this love in your heart, you get to send it out to your family and your friends. So just sending it out to the people you care about most, and seeing them smiling as they receive it, seeing them feel it and feel a little bit more loved and more whole. You're sending it out to other people in your life. Maybe you're sending it out to strangers or people you desire to have in your life. Just sending this light out to those people and seeing them begin to glow and smile and feel happier just through this practice. Beautiful. And now bringing to mind an event that you are very, very, very grateful for. And reaching out with one hand and pulling that in onto your heart. Allowing it to come into your heart, feeling all of the gratitude and love you received from this event or person or place. And allowing yourself to really go there, allowing yourself to put yourself back into this moment that you're so grateful for, and feeling the feelings you felt while you were there. Feeling the love and the safety and the joy. Maybe it was a playful energy, a romantic energy, whatever it is, allowing yourself to really be there now. Reaching out to a second situation, event or person that you're extremely grateful for, and pulling that on top of your heart, allowing it to build on top of the other thing that you're already grateful for. Putting yourself back there now, feeling what it felt like, feeling the joy and the love and the peace felt. Now taking your hands out again and reaching for a moment that you're grateful for yourself, a moment where you really held yourself, or a moment that you're proud of yourself for. It can be big or small, just a moment that you're really grateful for yourself for. And pulling that into your heart, letting it fill your heart. Telling yourself, thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you. And now we're going to reach out for the future that you're calling in, the future relationships, the future careers, just for 20 seconds, pulling in everything that you're grateful for that's on its way to you with both of your hands, just one on top of the other, pulling in the money, the love, reaching out and just drawing it to you, feeling it coming in, the self-love, the nourishment, the health, the support, the guidance, the freedom, the trust. Feeling the gratitude for your future as if it's already here. Maybe saying thank you, thank you, thank you to the universe or God or whatever greater power you believe in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Allowing this gratitude and love to fill your body, allowing it to really sink down into your body, into the earth. It's anchoring you more into the earth. You're feeling more and more like you. Breath, just really letting that go to every cell in your body. Allowing yourself to open into it, relax into it. Beautiful, and taking as much time as you need whenever you're ready. Opening your eyes, coming back to the room. Just sharing with us in the chat how you're feeling. I'll keep this song on. It's a good song. I feel so pure and authentically me. It's beautiful. My headache has reduced tremendously. Calm, peaceful, deserving. much gratitude. I feel so incredibly grateful and an overall feeling of happiness. Do you guys feel that when they share how they're feeling, that it fills you a little bit? Yeah, that's it. That's the magic in action. Like, you guys feeling that way is filling me, it's serving me, it's healing me too. So good. I just want to like marinate in this space. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So, oh, the music's still playing. That was a state change. I'm crooked. It took about 15 minutes. So we did a state change earlier that took about 2 minutes, just with your body, with feeling the contraction and feeling the expansion, creating that yourself, and then that practice. So this week, I'm going to upload the journaling practice and the embodiment practice into your membership site, so you have that for tomorrow and the rest of the week. And just know that you get to use your intuition and trust your body's wisdom to come back to these practices too. This recording will be replayed, so you can come back to them. You can replay this training if you want, and allow yourself to feel the energy, be in the energy, receive the energy. And I think that's it. Do you guys have any questions for me about anything?
Alicia, so you want us to log in tomorrow, and you want it to preferably be in the morning?
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you guys suggestions of what works well for me and other people that I know in this space, to use the tools. So I recommend using it in the morning, because you're priming your brain and your body for your day. If we just wake up and roll over, we're going to be repeating patterns of the past, the patterns of yesterday. So I do recommend doing it in the morning if you have time. But throughout the day, using your intuition and your discernment. Like I like to come back to these practices all day long. I like to align my energy before I do anything, so that I know that energy is going into the work that I'm doing and the people that I'm serving, and so that I can remain in a state of flow throughout the day. So yeah, use your intuition on that one. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I'm really looking for something midday.
Yeah.
Like, because while I'm at work, I'm going to try to take 30 minutes to myself. And, that's that's part of my practice I don't really have refined. I need to get back grounded and take time back for me.
Yeah. So great. So midday, I would just ask your body, like, okay, if I want to transmit joy and ease and happiness, for example, which of the practices that I've learned with Alicia do I want to do right now? That's what I would ask yourself. Is that helpful? At first, it's going to feel like creating a habit, but you're going to be gaining evidence and data that like, oh, whoa, like this actually really works and really helps me feel good. So it's going to be easy and natural eventually to just want to do it. But at first it might take like structuring in the time in the morning and the time during your lunch. And then you're going to be like, okay, yeah, like this is what works really well for me. And it will just start to flow. Okay. Cool. Any other questions? All right. I'm excited for you guys. Definitely share in the Facebook how how it goes for you. And yeah, again, I have some more available spots for people to join. So if anyone's coming to mind, definitely reach out to them or let me know, and we can make that work. Okay. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Have a beautiful evening. Bye.